This video was made possible by Mizizi International, the official African diaspora clothing brand. Visit mizizishop.com for more information. A disturbing revelation came to light a few days ago concerning Dorset-based Semley Auctioneers and London-based the Saleroom, two UK auction houses specializing in antiques, collectibles and fine art. The British auction houses listed an extensive collection of Egyptian antiques for sale on their website. And while that is not uncommon, what drew the attention of many was the fact that 18 of the items listed for sale were old Egyptian human skulls dating as far back as 1550 to 1292 BC from the region of Thebes 3,000 years ago. This revelation sparked a widespread outcry and initiated conversations about the ethics of auctioning human parts, with experts calling out the laws that permit these kinds of sales in the first place. And now, amid all the backlash, the auction house has finally taken down the Egyptian skulls from their website. Before we dive into our topic today, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channels and ringing the bell to be notified about all our exciting future videos. Semley Auctioneers and the Saleroom had offered skulls with a suggested price of 200 to 300 British pounds per lot. The collection contained 10 male skulls, 5 females, and 3 of unknown gender. They were first acquired by Augustus Henry Lane Fox Pitt Rivers, an English soldier and archaeologist who founded the Pitt Rivers Museum in Oxford, which now houses over 22,000 objects. The skulls were stored in a separate private museum on his estate before being sold as part of a bigger collection to his grandson, Judge Pitt Rivers, who was detained during World War II for backing fascist leader Oswald Mosley. Sources claim the auction firms immediately removed the 18 ancient Egyptian human skulls from sale following a UK Member of Parliament's outrage. Labour MP Bell Ribeiro-Addy stated that the sale of human remains for any purpose should be prohibited, calling the trade a gross violation of human dignity. The despicable trade perpetrates a dark legacy of exploitation, colonialism, and dehumanization. It is a gross violation of human dignity and an affront to the memory of those whose lives were unjustly taken or whose final resting places were desecrated, Ribeiro-Addy said. We cannot allow profit to be made from the exploits of those who often hope to find evidence for the racist ideology. It is imperative that we take decisive action to end such practices, ensure that the remains of those who were stolen from their homelands are respectfully repatriated, she added. The sale of these skulls, in the first place, was heavily criticized by many experts, who called for a reform of regulations backing such sales. For instance, Mr. Dan Hicks, a British museum specialist, told media outlets that seeking the skulls for sale were quite shocking. Every generation or so, surely, we need to check in on our ethical compass on these questions and just ask, is this really right? He said. This sale, from a legacy of colonial collection that was sold off in the last century, shines a light on ethical standards in the art and antiques market, Mr. Hicks added. Similarly, Laura van Broekhoven, the director of Pitt Rivers Museum, reportedly said that she was really surprised the auction houses are still doing this. I would hope that we would stop selling and commodifying human remains of communities that really have tried to have dignified ways of, and usually ritual ways, of dealing with their ancestors, she added. In conclusion, auctioning human skulls online with a callous disregard for their historical weight is a practice that should be not only condemned, but actively outlawed. These are not mere collectibles, but remnants of the individuals who lived and breathed millennia ago. To treat them as trivial memorabilia disrespects not only the deceased, but also the legacy of a great civilization like ancient Egypt. This outrageous action is possible in the first place because although the UK has strict regulations on the storage, treatment and display of human remains, anyone can buy, possess, and trade human body parts as long as they were not obtained unlawfully and are not used for transplantation, but rather for decoration. Laws like this, permitting such auctions, prioritize commerce over human dignity and cultural heritage and should therefore be abolished. Also, museums holding these artifacts should reevaluate the acquisitions and work towards returning them to their rightful places of origin, ensuring these individuals can finally rest in peace and their stories can be told with respect. Your perspective matters. What do you make of the UK auction houses taking down ancient Egyptian skulls from sale on their website only after public backlash? Share your thoughts and insights in the comment section below. For continued updates on global affairs and diplomatic developments, be sure to subscribe to the New Africa channel. Stay informed, stay engaged. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more insightful content in the future.